Thank you. Let's hope I manage to keep in time with the slides. Okay, I'll be focusing on responsible consumption, but basically it means making more with little, much little, because I think that we are exceeding our sort of limits on our planet. In fact, some basic scientific data, nothing much, but basically it's just a little bit of air around our globe that keeps us alive. We are interacting with the sun as regards energy, but we are basically a closed system, meaning that what we have is all we have. And it's the adage of matter cannot be created nor destroyed. And this is just an example of one of these ways how this matter is actually reused and made use of. Okay, so basically looking into this cycle, one might also have some personal reflections that we're basically a pile of recycled whatever. But basically it's quite different from what we have been producing. That is, we have been breaking these cycles and converting them into chains so that we are depleting resources from one end and ending up with more waste on the other, on pollution. And basically, we're trashing, first of all, our home. For example, in Malta, although we have a problem with water, we still waste water as though it was nothing. We'll pollute our air. We don't use our space intelligently enough. And also, we're practically not using properly most of our resources, like, for example, building material, which has now just changed into bricks rather than multi-stone. Also, we're trashing our family, our communities, with conflicts, particularly between political parties, each one accusing the other about who has the biggest scandal of all. We also managed to create problems with looking at differences rather than similarities. The places where we're living, they're like sort of a mass of just living there. And also, we're trashing ourselves in the sense that our health is really declining. And obviously, what we are taking more than others is actually taking from others. Okay, the first solution that was proposed is, okay, generate more wealth, in the sense that more wealth will practically resolve most of the issues. It will address poverty, it will address well-being, it will address a lot of things. Make money, and well-being comes as a natural follow-up to this. However, unfortunately, the result has been quite different, in the sense that this has led to a further difference between those who have and those who have not. It has increased the poverty gap, having situations where there are people and companies who are actually making money out of other people's miseries. And whatever your belief, I think one of the documents which practically highlights all this, and in fact it has been recognized as being one of the documents that has influenced COP21, is Laudato Si, which basically invites us to change the way we're thinking. Sort of think outside the box. The system is not working, so how can we do that? One way of doing that is to actually reduce resource use and degradation by, for example, re-establishing the life cycles that we have actually changed, as I said earlier, from cycles to chains. Another way of doing this is to actually look how to extend the life cycles of products. We waste quite a lot of things which can actually be reused again. Repair has to be removed from our dictionaries, because most of the advice that you get when you try to repair something is it's better buy something new. Well, in actual fact, they can be taken out of the waste flow. Obviously, we need to avoid waste. Those are just a couple of mobiles which you don't even dare of using nowadays because of the smartphones. Okay? Most of them are still working, but obviously they are discarded because they are not in anymore. Similarly, extending what Sue has mentioned earlier, food waste. This is not something which is just relegated to other countries, but roughly 21% of whatever you buy ends up as food waste. We're wasting a fabulous resource. Solutions, basically, there is a basic need, which Chensu has already outlined earlier, of transforming the way we think from consumers, where the principal focus is on ourselves, to becoming citizens, where basically we see ourselves as part of a community, part of a commitment towards each other. And changing myself is not enough. We need to team up and share ideas. We need to sort of share good practice, share values and attitudes, so that gradually, and there are several good examples out there, gradually they can build up. Like, for example, actually supporting industries and initiatives which respect human dignity, who put persons before profit, who actually try to do something to reduce the misery that other people are actually going through. And definitely, and it was alluded by Carmel earlier on, we should provide not just a lifelong education spanning from the cradle to the grave, but also life-wide, in the sense that there are different situations that we go through our life which require different ways of helping us to act sustainably with the resources that we have. Definitely, information is one of the major issues, because you can't make good decisions without actually being informed of what the product is all about, for example. Its ethical background, its nutritional value, for example, whatever. Information allows people to make good decisions. And definitely, things shouldn't stop there. I think we are basically, over the ages, we have allowed the government, whoever the government is, to be the guardian of common good. We need to make sure as citizens that this guardianship is really taken care of. And I think with advocacy, that is one of the targets that needs to be addressed. Thank you very much.